organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Tonight on Daily Iowan TV, 1,200 students and 165 employers. Do you know how to set yourself apart?
And see how students' movie tickets could earn them around the world plane tickets.
And in sports,
Brands and Blooters Bunch get ready for Big Ten postseason action.
We're bringing all of this and more coming up.
You're watching Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Nick Fisher.
And I'm Austin Love.
An Iowa City church is changing locations, but they may want to preserve their history. A committee said church officials from the Unitarian Universalist Society should apply for a permit to demolish their 107-year-old building if they want to secure a property sale. This comes before rumors of making a church a historic landmark become reality. The committee says the status would diminish the property's value to developers and make it harder to sell. The Society's board will be voting for the demolition permit on March 12th.
This Saturday marks the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Bloody Sunday March. Metro reporter Ben Marks is in the newsroom with a preview of his story for tomorrow's Daily Iowan.
Thanks, guys. This Saturday is the 50th anniversary of the famous Bloody Sunday March, the first of 3 Selma to Montgomery marches, which the movie Selma is based off of. During the 1960s, many University of Iowa students participated in protests and marches for the civil rights movement, and some were even in Selma during the famous marches. Catch my full story this Friday in the Daily Iowan. Back to you guys.
And across seas, tensions were high in South Korea today. At a breakfast meeting in Seoul yesterday morning, a militant Korean nationalist slashed Mark Lippert, who is America's ambassador to South Korea, across the face. In a social media post, North Korea officials said the 55-year-old attacker delivered a knife shower of justice, and it was punishment for all U.S. war advocates. Lippert did speak out on the attack, tweeting from the hospital that he's doing well and is in great spirits.
And find out how going to movies could take you around the world. We'll toss it now to Megan Sanchez for this week's Arts and Entertainment. Megan?
Thanks, guides. Students are taking their passports to the local film scene cinema. Not their actual passports, of course. It's all a part of the new curated series called Bijou Horizons. That's giving students a little more incentive to attend their local theater. Tanner Sigworth has a look behind the scenes.
Fresh off celebrating their 1-year anniversary, the Film Scene Cinema located right downtown continues their mission of bringing independent and international films to Iowa City. And I mean a lot of films.
We also had 200 feature films in 365 days, so that's quite a few when you're talking about all of that on one screen.
Their partnership with the Bijou Film Board has contributed a lot to their success, and the same can be said for their latest series, Bijou Horizons.
Our Horizons Committee curated a set of 5 films for this particular semester. Films from Israel, films from India, films from Brazil.
But students who view these films from all over the world could literally be taken across the world, since the series offers students a chance at a $1,500 scholarship through UI International programs.
If students come to all 5 of the films that are in the series this semester, they are eligible to get a study abroad scholarship.
And why these particular films?
Because a lot of times international films, specifically outside of a European focus, have a hard time finding their way to local screens. And it meant a lot to our members to really target those great films that wouldn't otherwise have a theatrical release here.
You know, whether your interest is in the film that's from Afghanistan or the film that's from Brazil, we think these are all films that you should enjoy, and so we want you to come for the whole series and take them all in.
Reporting from Film Scene, this is Tanner Sigworth, Daily Iowan TV.
Students can get their passports stamped when they attend each film in the series. Austin and Nick, back to you.
A mixed martial arts club at the Fieldhouse involves using some interesting techniques when taking down an opponent. Kramer Anderson went to see how they perform it.
Down a steel corridor in the Fieldhouse, you can hear the sound of loud slamming coming from room 481. slamming being produced by members of the Judo Club here in Iowa City. Since 1979, the Judo Club of Iowa City has been training judo practitioners, also known as judoka, to throw, grapple, and pin their opponents. Although it is a competitive club that trains its members to compete in competition, there are non-competitive aspects to judo as well. Judo instructor Paul Bly has practiced judo for over 35 years, and with his experience, he teaches his students proper judo techniques.
We try to make it fun. It's a lot of fun, and you learn to fall, which is the first thing, and then you learn how to throw and how to pin, so it combines a lot of the sports that are very popular today, like MMA.
Making judo fun is an important part of the club, and many of its members enjoy practicing it.
It's a really big stress reliever. I don't know why, but it's something calming about throwing people and being thrown.
It may seem difficult and painful to practice judo, but it does not take long for newcomers to get the hang of it, and the club is always looking for new members. So if throwing your opponents around looks like fun to you, stop on by the field house. Reporting from Iowa City, Kramer Anderson, DITV.
The Judo Club meets every Tuesday and Thursday from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
Well, Nick, I hear warmer weather is coming. Are you excited?
I'm absolutely excited. And now we'll toss it over to Katie Stites, standing by in the weather studio to just see how warm it will get this week.
That's right, guys. It was pretty cold today, but much warmer temperatures are on the way. It should be in the teens by tomorrow morning, which is already warmer than I got today. And midday temps should hover in the 30s and stay around 30 coming into the evening. Those warm temperatures look like they are here to stay, at least into next week. For tomorrow and Saturday, we will see partly cloudy weather with highs around 40, and those highs will keep getting higher with mid-40s expected for Sunday and Monday temperatures into the 50s as the week goes on. We may even see 60 degrees on Wednesday. So with just a week left before spring break, it's finally going to be feeling a lot more like spring. Back to you two at the desk.
The Pomerantz Career Center's Spring Job and Internship Fair took place last week.
Robert Wamkin-Lasai got a few pointers on just how to get the most out of the event.
The Pomerantz Career Center's 2015 Spring Job and Internship Fair welcomed 165 employers. Angie McKee, Senior Director, gave crucial tips for students' preparation.
Some of the things that we ask students to do or encourage them to do before the fair to prepare is to see who's going to be there. Do a little homework ahead of time. Not only look up at their website, but do some information about what kind of hiring they do, trends with the industry, so that when you go up and you approach that employer, you really sound informed. You sound like you've done your homework and that you're genuinely interested in the employer. So not only research the employers that are coming, make sure you've taken time to go over your resume and make sure it's accurate. Have your resume reviewed. We encourage students to come up with an elevator pitch. And that's a kind of a 30-second to 1-minute introduction to yourself, your strengths, your abilities, what you have to offer an organization, and what you're looking for. It's really kind of the things you would lead off a conversation with as you're getting to know that employer.
Get more information on the fair and career advising at the center and online. Reporting from the Pomerantz Career Center, Bobby Wamkin-Lasai, Daily Iowan TV.
And before we get to the sports studio, former Hawkeye football player Nate Kading hosted an Iowa wrestling legend and Olympic gold medalist. Dan Gable was at the Angler Theater on Wednesday night. The event was free to the public. He spoke to the audience about his newest book titled A Wrestling Life. His book is a series of 26 short stories on his life as a wrestler, coach, husband, and father.
This book really is my final word on it, and I like that a lot. And this book really, to me, is an emotional book. And there's a lesson in each chapter.
His book is available for pre-order at Prairie Lights Bookstore.
And the postseason is nearing for the Hawkeyes winter sports.
That's right, Austin. For more on that, we'll toss it over to Chelsea Brown and Austin Luce in the sports studio.
Thanks, guys, and you're exactly right about the season's winding down on Hawkeye Athletics. The men's basketball team will wrap up their regular season this Saturday at home against Northwestern.
Along with that, the Hawkeye wrestling team looks to continue their dominance over the Big Ten Conference as they travel to Columbus, Ohio for the Big Ten Championships.
Daily Iowan TV reporter Zach Mackey caught up with the Hawkeye grapplers and has a preview on the Big Ten Championships.
It's on to the postseason for the University of Iowa wrestling squad. The Big Ten tournament is this weekend at St. John's Arena in Columbus, Ohio.
The message is as a coach, it doesn't matter if you're a veteran, you've been there before, if you're an All-American or a Big Ten champion or not, or haven't been there before. And You know, the way the brackets are laid out with the seeds, that's a vote, and now it's just opponent, and it's one at a time.
Coming into the tournament, the Hawks have 7 wrestlers. In the top 5 seeds, a pair of sophomores, Thomas Gilman and Sammy Brooks, alongside freshman Brandon Sorensen, are all coming in as the top seeds for the Hawkeyes.
Just on getting to our attacks, our scores, focus on our match, you know, don't focus on the opponent, what they're doing, just get to your holds and it'll work out.
It's junior 197-pounder Nathan Burak and senior Bobby Telford who are coming in as the 4th seeds, while Corey Clark is in the 5th spot at 133 pounds.
You always want to give your philosophy of this program, I think you always want to give yourself the best opportunity at the next event, so the best way to do that is win. You win the Big Tens, then that gives you the best opportunity for nationals.
The last time the Hawkeye wrestlers were out on the mats, the Hawks lost in a close decision 18-12 to Missouri in the NWCA National Duels, and the Hawkeyes haven't forgotten.
I say so because no one liked that. That was a sting, you know, getting beat there the last one, and I think we'll be back and we'll get it back.
Zach Mackey, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Thanks, Zach. And as Brandon's squad looks to get back on their winning track in Columbus, the Iowa women's basketball team begins Big Ten tournament play tomorrow night at the Sears Center in Hoffman Estates, Illinois.
And there's one member of this Hawkeye women's team who may not garner the attention of a lot of fans, but is an unsung hero among student athletes here at Iowa. Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Aaron Gallagher has the story.
Hawkeye fans know it's no secret that the 23-6 Iowa women's basketball team is powered by its Big Three starting senior class of Samantha Logic, Melissa Dixon, and Bethany Doolittle. Yet it was the 4th senior, Catherine Reynolds, who stole the show in Iowa's senior night win over Minnesota. When 3 surgeries to repair a torn ACL left her on the sidelines sophomore year, she found new ways to be a leader for the Hawks.
It's so hard because she came here, obviously a very highly recruited athlete, and with the injuries that set her back, and then obviously playing behind Sam is a tough deal all the way through. And Catherine's brought so much to our team. You know, leadership, what she says in the locker room is so meaningful.
Reynolds' off-the-court impact on her teammates earned her their vote as team captain, despite only playing just 25 minutes this senior season. With the clock winding down, Catherine made it obvious that time wasn't something she needed much of. She sank the final 3 points of the game to lift the Hawks to a 92-76 win. However, Coach Lisa Bluter is confident this won't be the only time Reynolds dominates a court.
She's going to be a great lawyer. I mean, because she really is so smart and analyzes situations so well.
In fact, as a student athlete, Reynolds was able to graduate in 3 years with a business degree and is in her 1st year of law school. Her decision to balance a demanding course load with her responsibilities as a player was simple.
When you're around people who make you feel valued and appreciate anything that you're really doing, it's really easy to want to see them succeed and be able to share in those successes with them.
From Carver Hawkeye Arena, I'm Aaron Gallagher, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Thanks for that, Aaron. Tomorrow night, the Hawkeye women will face the winner of Nebraska and Illinois as their impressive regular season earned them a double bye in the Big Ten tournament.
But that'll do it for us here in the sports studio tonight. Be sure to tune in Sunday to catch up on all the men's and women's basketball action from this weekend,
as well as how the Hawkeye wrestlers fared on the mat at the Big Ten Championships. Back to you guys at the desk.
And before we go, Nick, did you see students can now post Snapchats to the University of Iowa Live Snapchat feed?
Yeah, I did see that, Austin, and there's a lot of students posting on it already. Here's a look at some of them on the feed now. Some are posting videos of them sitting in their lectures, walking around campus, and even doing laundry from their apartments.
Well, you know how much I love a good Snapchat. You want to go in here at the desk?
I think we should.
All right. What do you think?
I like that a lot.
Same with me.
Well, that'll do it for us here at Daily Iowan TV. I'm Nick Fisher.
And I'm Austin Love. Thanks for watching.
And have a great weekend.
You can download the Daily Iowan mobile app on your iPhone for the area's best news coverage. And you can also read and watch us on your iPad. You can always find current and past Daily Iowan stories at dailyiowan.com. The Daily Iowan is now on TV, online, and in your pocket. If it happens, it's news to us.